Hi everyone, Metal Breakdown here, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do an album review of the brand new album by Whitechapel. It's called The Valley, coming out this Friday. So if you have not done that already, make sure to pre-order a copy of the album. I'm telling you right away, it's a really good one. So yeah, I'll tell you everything you need to know about it in this album review. I'll probably put a link in the description so you'll be able to pre-order the album, because we need to support our bands, right? Otherwise, they won't be able to make music anymore, and we don't want that. Anyway, in this album review, I'll focus mainly on a top 5 that I'll make, but I'll also tell you a couple of facts about the album. Basically everything you need to know, right? So let's do this, guys, for the review. Yeah, the album review of The Valley by Whitechapel. So, it's by far the most diverse Whitechapel album. You'll see by yourself when you'll listen to it. You'll be like, oh my god, they tried so many different things on this one. And usually, well, not usually, but some bands really succeed at doing that, trying new stuff with each and every album, and some bands need to have the constant same old sound or they suck. Here they succeeded pretty fucking well, so I would not mind them trying some more new stuff in the future. Also, there's a lot of clean vocals, but not too much, so it won't scare like their fans away or anything like that, because even with the song with the clean vocals, it's still heavy as fuck, and I think that's what the fans want, so they don't really care if there's some clean or screaming vocals. They just want it to be good and heavy, and they did that here, so it's pretty fucking good. And each time Phil Bozeman is singing, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm so surprised that he did not decided to sing more before than this, because he has such a good voice. It's really impressive. Also, the album is about Phil's dark past, and it really let us see what he went through during all his childhood, even teenage years, I assume, and it really feels real and emotional. So yeah, he truly succeeded telling his story, and it works so well on this album. It's dark, but that's what he lived, so we need to see it that way. Before I start with my top 5, I just want to give you guys some honorable mentions of some good songs that I really enjoyed, but my 5 favorites are just slightly better. So I have 3. The first one is Brimstone, the first single from the album. So everyone know it, I assume. Really great one. I also put We Are One and Lovelace, 2 other great songs. It's a shame that I was not able to put them in my top 5, but god damn, the other one are just so good. So in the 5th position, I went with Black Bear. A lot of people would disagree and say that this song is weaker than Brimstone, but that's not my case. Each time that the super heavy, groovy riff drops at the beginning, I just need to headbang as much as I can, you know. The part when Phil screams, "Probably 6 feet deep," is also another highlight from this album. Each time I'm like, wow, and then the riffs came back, and you know, you listen to it probably. Also, I love the lyrics, because the black bear is a metaphor to Phil's stepfather, who he blames for his mother's dad that died of an overdose, most likely because of him. And this is a theme that he will explore later in the album with the song Curry Creek. So yeah, that's it for this one. So in the 4th position, I went with Doomwood's the ending track of The Valley, and the longest song on it. So naturally, I was really looking forward to that one. If you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of the longer songs. Just because you can do so much on them. They're always the best. Well, most of the time. It's great the way it is, but I think that with some clean vocals it could have been even better. I would have loved to see them experimenting even more since it's like a long song. They had time for that. So yeah, I would have probably put some clean vocals during chorus because it's super melodic in some way and it's slower. But at the same time, right now with the screams, it's already pretty fucking good the way it is. So I don't know if I would change that. I'm not sure, maybe. But I'm really not sure because, yeah, they probably made the right decision to do it the way it is right now. Also, even though they did not experiment that much with this one, they still did because even though we have only unclean vocals, it's not their typical deathcore kind of song. It's way more metalcore, I would say. So they still kind of tried something new here. So that's pretty fucking cool. I did not really care about this one at first, but it is such a grower and the melodies in it are so good. In the third position, I went with Forgiveness and Weakness. This one could have easily been on an older Whitechapel album and no one would have noticed. I truly love the innovation and the new stuff they tried here and on this album in general. But even if this sounds like older songs, it's still great and they did something right here. It's the shortest song on the album and it's straight up in your face. I really love the vocals of Phil in this one, especially the higher screams. There was also an incredible breakdown that will blow your mind. It's massive. And when I'm talking about higher screams, it reminds me of the stuff he tried on This Is Exile. I have not listened to all their album yet, so maybe he tried that some other time, but I remember that there were a lot of them on the This Is Exile album, so this is the same kind of higher screams, I would say. In the second position, I went with Hickory Creek. This one really impressed me a lot because after the single Third Depth, which I enjoyed by the way, I thought it was cool to still have some unclean vocals, and I did not think that I would love a song with strictly clean vocals, but I was so wrong. And I say strictly clean vocals, but there's like a line with screams, but it's like 99% of clean vocals in this one. And this song is surely one of the highlights of the album, and that's why it's so high in my top 5 in the second position indeed. My favorite part is definitely the chorus since it's giving me chills because of how good it is. I saw a lot of people saying that it sounds like Slipknot, but I really don't hear it. And the fact that it's mostly clean vocals, I really don't understand why. The only thing that reminds me of Slipknot is the guitar right after the chorus. I remember after the first chorus we hear that kind of guitar. I don't know if it comes back later, but I know for sure after the first chorus there's some kind of small guitar riff that reminds me a bit of the Slipknot song. Before I forget, but that's it. That's the only similitude I found. So if someone feels that it sounds like Slipknot, make sure to explain to me why in the comment section. I'm really curious to know why. And my favorite song on the album, talking about When a Demon Defies a Witch, and I'll tell you why. The song starts with a really melodic intro, and it's such a great choice to open the album, The Valley. Right after that, Whitechapel goes full force with their well-known deathcore sound and intensity. So you kind of think it will be a regular Whitechapel song, but no. As soon as we hit the chorus, we have a change because we have some clean vocals on top of some unclean vocals, and it sounds great. It's really like clean vocals and scream vocals together, you know? And it really sounds fresh and new, so that's why I like it that much. I didn't see anyone saying that, but it reminds me a bit of Azalea Dying. Just the chorus, not the entire song, only the chorus part. When the chorus will come back, there's a second part to it, which makes it even better. It's not there the first time, but I think the chorus comes back once or twice after that, and there's a second part to the chorus with more clean than the first one, and it just sounds even better. It's incredible. There's also a full part with clean vocals only after the second chorus, and this one sounds so good as well. It's a really calm part, but damn, one of the best part of the album for sure. And it's followed by a return to their deadcore sound with a crazy guitar solo that convinced me right away that this is for sure the best song on this album. So yeah, that's why I love the When a Demons Defiles a Witch so much, and I watched the music video I think yesterday or the day before, and god damn, it's even better with the music video. And the lyrics are also kind of crazy because I read somewhere that it's about Phil's mother, like her demon. She had multiple personalities and was writing things in the journal, and a lot of lines from the song are taken directly from the journal, which is insane. So it's a really personal song. Must have been really hard to write, but the result is there and it's pretty fucking good. So that's pretty much it for my album review, guys. It was hard to pick a grade to give to this album. At first I was like, should I give 7.5? Then I was like, no, it's not enough. After that I was like, hey, no, it's a bit too much. So I thought of giving grade between that, so maybe 7.7, but no, I'm going with 8 out of 10 after all, because they truly nailed it, mainly because they decided to experiment, and that worked so well, so I have to give them credit for that. And also the fact that it's based on true events that Phil Bozeman lived. It was probably really hard to write, and they nailed it again, and this album will have a pretty high replay value. So yeah, I'm going with 8 out of 10, making it one of the best albums released this year, alongside Next by Children of Bodom and I the Mask by In Flames. But that's just my personal opinion. You might prefer another album, that's perfectly fine, and you might disagree entirely on that 8 out of 10. But that's just me. So hopefully you enjoyed that album review. I really enjoyed doing it and listening to this album, which I'll continue to do in the next couple of days, weeks, months, year. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure to pre-order the album if you haven't already. The link will be in the description. Take care.